Hi, my name is April Hanna, and I am the owner of Hanna's Healing Wellness Studio in Malta, New York. I provide sound healing classes and also Reiki trainings, but wanted to give a demonstration of the best way to strike your crystal quartz sound healing bowls. So when I first received these in the mail, I was practicing and trying to figure out how to get the best sound out of them, and I found that this mallet, as you see, I've wrapped some tape around here, so if you ever kind of accidentally scrape, there's a little bit of a buffer there. But when choosing a couple of different mallets, this is the one that I prefer the most. So I'm going to show you how not to strike the crystal quartz bowl. So a lot of people will ding them really hard. And you'll notice it'll be with kind of a heavy strike. Either they'll strike it like this or they'll strike it like this. And one of the best ways to do it is a slight upward motion and out. If you begin to have a relationship with your bowls and treat them as if they were real, alive things, which they are, then you want to be gentle with them and they will be gentle back with you. So this is how I strike them very easily. And you can also strike it a little softer, but again with a down and up motion, almost like tracing the letter C from down up. Now the other mallet that I have is more of a suede mallet. This provides a totally different tone and can also make the bowls ring much louder. Again though, we don't want to strike diagonally, we don't want to strike on top, and we don't want to hit it too hard. This would also be in the upward C motion. Very gentle. If you ding here, you can strike it at that angle, but you want to do that light. If you come in hard, it's going to jolt people during your sound healing classes. Also, the sweet spot in getting the bowls to ring is right about here, not totally on top. When I first started, I was just going around the rim, and you can hear scraping motions. But if you begin to go a little bit further down, and you take your time and you go nice and slow, you'll eventually get a very nice ring. So one of the things in sound healing too, when you're trying to get the bowls to ring, is to be slow, take your time, and don't rush to go too fast. The faster you spin, the quicker the sound will come in, but you'd like to gradually expose people to the sounds. So the whole trick in sound healing is to take things nice and slow, strike softly, and your bowls will produce a beautiful sound. Now with the rubber mallet, again, start off nice and slow, and the sound will gradually begin to become louder. Same thing with the rubber mallet. You want to begin moving it right around 1/4 of an inch down. If you go faster, quicker, you'll hear that it will amplify much quicker as well. So again, kind of an upward C motion as opposed to just a hard ding. That can, when you're playing different bowls too, again, that type of sound and how hard you're hitting it can jolt the ears of the people in the sound healing class. Here's also a demonstration of koshi chimes. So these are pretty simple and easy to play. There's a couple of different ways that you can hold them. You can hold them by the ring, and you can grasp the string and just gently move from side to side or back and forth. On the inside of the koshi chime, let's see if you guys can see that. All of those spokes are tones and notes. So it's a little bit of a challenge to be able to get the center ringer, I don't know if that's what that's called, to hit all of them. So you kind of have to move it in a variety of different ways. When I'm playing them over people and I'm holding it here at the ring, I like to move it back and forth, right to left, and then also in diagonal. I'm always trying to get that piece of glass hitting all of the spokes. Another way is you can also pinch it right towards the bottom. That gives you a little more control, and that makes them a little bit louder. The other thing that I've also tried is actually moving this on the bottom. So you can play around with a bunch of different sounds. And last but not least, you'll see this wooden dowel here. You can also hold that for more control. Now if you have a stand like I do over here, you can color code the koshi chimes of the colors that they are. So green we have for earth, blue we have water, we have red over here, can't see it on this side, for fire, and air is yellow back here. Now if they're all hanging and you want to use the bottom of the bell, that gives you a little more control as well. You could play a few at once. And last but not least, I have our crystal quartz pyramids. So these are lovely because they're very easy to transport. They're very nice for energy workers, massage therapists, because you can place them over the person's body very easily. It has a nice rope here that you can hold onto to make sure that you're not dropping it on anyone or dropping it on your client's body or face for that matter. So there's a couple of ways that you can strike these as well. You want to use the mallet that it comes with, and this is actually rubber. The end part is glass. Now I would advise to use the rubber part. The glass part you can. It's going to be kind of more glass on glass. Sounds more like the sound of a triangle that you played in band. And this can have a tone that can really wake the person up a little bit. So if you're looking to grab somebody's attention, this might be the right way to start before your client gets too rested and relaxed. I've tried it during the middle of a session and it tends to jolt people out. So live and learn. But I always use the rubber side because it's a gentler sound. And you'll find that each have different notes, and I tend to play them on the outside. You can also play them on the inside. These also have the ability to spin clockwise and counterclockwise. And sometimes when I get them ringing, I also like to move them in different ways and patterns, in the figure 8, shape of the infinity sign, the way energy likes to move. And then sometimes I will spin them clockwise and counterclockwise over the person's chakra center for different sounds. If you have a full set like I do, yours will also come with the crown, which is a little baby one. So what I've experimented with this, since it doesn't ring out as long as the others, I have been playing it on the inside. And this is usually the way that I end my sound baths. I let there be some silence after I do that, and then I do it again. And let it ring out. And then I do it one more time, the number 3. And then at the end, I'll do a quick spin in both directions. So that's also a fun way to play the smaller pyramids, and they make a really nice sound. If you can also get this spinning a little bit, and then when you take it out, it spins. So these are some of the do's and don'ts of playing your sound healing instruments. I hope you found some of these tips helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, everyone.